JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with family and friends today. Now on to the news. Earthquake unit reports 4.5 quake. The earthquake unit said a light earthquake with a magnitude of 4.5 was felt in sections of Jamaica early Tuesday morning. The unit, located at the University of the West Indies, Mona, said the quake's epicenter was approximately 20 kilometers north of Port Antonio, Portland. It was reportedly felt at 3:20 a.m. across sections of Portland, St. Thomas, Kingston, and St. Andrew. JCF rejects claims of statistical manipulation. The police have flatly rejected the suggestion that the island's crime figures are being underreported. According to the Jamaica Constabulary Force's latest crime statistics, up to August 3, there were some 692 murders across the island, a 15.6% year-on-year decline. Similarly, shootings fell from 643 over the corresponding period last year to 629 in 2024, rape 35%, robberies 16.4%, and break-ins 6.5% have also fallen this year. But a respected security expert in Western Jamaica is challenging the validity of the murder figures, claiming that persons who are shot and die after a protracted period of hospitalization are often labeled as undetermined deaths and not murders. As media, you people need to keep track of what happens when gunshot victims are hospitalized and later die, the security expert, who did not want to be identified, said. If the statistics are not correct, how can the police justify requests for more resources to fight criminals? For effective planning, the statistics must be painting the right picture. However, Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, who heads the JCF's Corporate Communications Unit, dismissed the allegation. That is not true. When a person is shot and later dies, it is upgraded from shooting to murder, even if the person dies 6 months later, said Lindsay. The upgraded information will be added to the month in which the incident occurred. We stand by the statistics that we provide. Meanwhile, the police recorded more successes in their clampdown on illegal weapons and gun-related crimes in recent days with the arrest of a man who allegedly hit a woman with a gun in St. James and the seizure of an illegal gun in Savlamar, Westmoreland. In the problematic retirement community in St. James, 30-year-old shopkeeper Zania Burke, otherwise called 14, who reportedly used an illegal gun to hit a woman several times while threatening to shoot her, was arrested and charged with possession of a prohibited weapon, possession of firearm with intent to injure, assault of common law, assault occasioning actual bodily harm, and common assault. According to reports, on the day of the incident, a woman with whom Burke had an ongoing dispute was standing along the roadway when Burke allegedly attacked her, striking her several times with the gun. The woman reportedly ran and later made a report to the police. On August 3, the accused reportedly surrendered to the police in the company of his attorney. While he denied the accusation, he was arrested and charged following additional investigations. In the incident in Westmoreland, 3 men were charged with breaches of the Firearms Act after an illegal gun and several rounds of ammunition were reportedly seized along Mailers Avenue in Savlamar on July 31. The men have been identified as 33-year-old Colin Anarchy, otherwise called Black Boy, of Savlamar and Kingston 11 addresses, 26-year-old livestock farmer and promoter Jerome Bradford of Mailers Avenue, and 27-year-old farmer Jeremy Wilson, also of Mailers Avenue. According to reports, about 9:28 p.m., a team of lawmen observed a group of men behaving suspiciously and conducted a search, during which a Taurus 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 9 9mm rounds was found. The 3 were jointly charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. Taxi driver shot and killed in Iron River, St. Andrew. The St. Andrew North Police are probing the fatal shooting of a taxi operator in Iron River, St. Andrew on Monday night. The deceased has been identified as 41-year-old Greg Francis, also known as Greg, of Iron River. It was reported that, at about 8:40 p.m., residents heard explosions and summoned the police. Upon the arrival of the police, Francis's body was found slumped over in the driver's seat of a Toyota Probox motor car. No motive has been established for the killing. The Constant Spring police are carrying out investigations into the murder. 2 shot and wounded in Rollstone gun attack. 2 people were shot and wounded during an attack in Rollstone in Kingston 13 on Monday afternoon. It's reported that at about 2:30 p.m., 3 people were traveling in a black Honda HR-V along Torrey Crescent when a man armed with a gun opened fire at the vehicle, hitting two of the occupants. A man ran from the motor vehicle towards St. Andrew Technical High School and escaped injuries. The vehicle then drove onto Spanish Town Road, where it collided with a Toyota Probox. Two women who were injured during the incident were assisted to hospital by the police, where they were treated. Teen accused of sexual assaulting woman and threatening to burn her house down. A 17-year-old student of a Montego Bay St. James address has been charged with rape and grievous sexual assault following an incident in his community on August 5. The Montego Bay police say about 3:30 p.m., a woman was in her bathroom when the teenage boy reportedly gained entry and sexually assaulted her. He allegedly threatened to burn her house down if she spoke of the incident. It is further reported that the following day, the teenager again attempted to assault the woman, but a passerby intervened. The matter was then reported to the police. Following investigations, the teenager was arrested and charged. A court date is being arranged for him. Energy Ministry sets up JPS customer complaints email addresses. The Ministry of Energy has set up dedicated email addresses to receive complaints from persons regarding their latest electricity bills following widespread outcry over massive increases. The ministry says the email addresses will streamline the process of receiving and resolving complaints. It says Jamaica Public Service customers who believe their bills have been unfairly affected should submit their complaints to the following email addresses: JPS Concerns at jpscomplaints@mset.gov.jm, OUR Concerns at OURcomplaints@mset.gov.jm. Customers are advised to provide a brief description of their issue along with a copy of their last two electricity bills when submitting their complaints to facilitate a swift resolution. It is truly unfortunate that persons who have already been significantly impacted by the passage of Hurricane Beryl are now being presented with inaccurate electricity bills, said Minister of Energy Darrell Vaz in a media release from the ministry on Tuesday. Our priority is to ensure that every affected customer receives the necessary support and that any issues related to their electricity bills are addressed promptly and fairly, he continued. New JTA President Dr. Mark Smith joins call for improved pay for teachers. Newly installed President of the Jamaica Teachers Association, JTA, Dr. Mark Smith, is urging Education Minister Favour Williams to use her portfolio influence to improve teacher salaries and the ongoing issue of educators migrating for better paying jobs overseas. Dr. Mark Smith was officially installed as the JTA president on Monday evening during the association's annual conference in Trelawney. In his inaugural address, Dr. Smith acknowledged that the shortage of teachers is a global issue.
We need to understand that it's a global issue. It's not only affecting Jamaica. No. And cognizant of it. This is not an issue created by Minister Williams. Certainly not. It's a global issue. And big issues like this require big thinking. Bipartisan and multilateral discussions, forging partnerships globally, networking, active United Nations to force some type of collaboration support mechanisms with these developed countries. Because they are a lot more developing than they are developed countries. And so we want to rethink and reframe the problem. Because what is happening now cannot continue. Despite possessing the local capacity within our teacher training institutions, we often can't get people doing it. We're seeing dwindling numbers. The profession is just not attractive. And it's not attractive because people can't understand that while I spend 4 years with something and I look at another field, I can spend 4 years and at the end of it, I am way better. So we have to rethink, we have to change the paradigm. The unattractive salary has really stayed and really worked on to keep people at bay. Uninterested. We have to change that dynamic.
JBNN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.